Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Fight 1-4 podcast with your hosts, Max Carabin and Alex Piconia.
Oh man, I miss that song so much. I miss that voice of yours, broski. Alex Piconia, how you doing, my man?
I'm good, Max. I'm good. Look at you, looking nice and freshly tanned as you can be.
Yes,
Just
sir.
coming back from Thailand, sir. How you been?
The land of the Thais, broski. It's been an amazing journey. 3 weeks out in the east, the country of Muay Thai, bro. The country of good food, country of good people. It
Mhm.
ain't. It's not just a saying, bro. Thais are amazing people, man, and I'm glad to be back. But it's a once in a lifetime journey that my girlfriend and I just lived out there, and I'm more than thrilled to tell you more about it.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So, where exactly did you land? What was your favorite part? How was the food? I know my wife has been to Thailand. She said I think she went for like a week or a month. I'm not exactly sure. And 2 months, 2 weeks. I don't know. Anyways, it's up there. It's around the same kind of time that you invested. And she said that she was traveling to Australia for a couple of years, and then she ended up spending a couple of months or a couple of weeks in Thailand, one or the other, and that she should have spent the 2 years in Thailand and gone to just visit Australia because of how much she enjoyed being in Thailand.
Yeah, no, man.
So Max, the floor is yours. Where to start, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, before I went, I talked to so many people who've been there, and I never heard one bad experience of someone
Mhm.
going to Thailand. It's the place to be, bro. Even if you're not into Muay Thai, like it's good. It's the best. And
Yeah,
imagine when you're into Muay Thai going out there in
it's
Thailand, and
even better.
you've seen the video of me and Senchai, and I don't want to like talk about the old trip, but obviously I want to tell you how I ended up sparring with
Yeah.
the man himself, Senchai, man.
Okay, so dude, I'm on the construction site shoveling rocks. It's like 5 a.m. You know what I mean? I go to the bathroom where I actually get some reception just to take a
Yeah,
breath of fresh air, take a breath of fresh air in the bathroom. And I look at and I'm like, what the
yeah,
fuck is going on, man? Like, okay, so it's from point A to point Z. What happened?
yeah, bro. It's funny. All my friends got the same reaction that you just did. Like, what's? I almost feel like it's a alternate reality or
Yeah, for
some
sure.
some universe out there. Like, how did that? Like, okay, you're in Thailand, so
Yeah.
maybe, but there's like 95 million people in Thailand. So how did I ended up sparring with? Not only like meeting the guy, I sparred with him.
Yeah, it's dude, you took it one above, and
Yeah,
with the goat, with the
yeah.
goat, bro.
The
So
Oh man, he just fought like 2 3 days ago.
yeah, he
He's
won by knockout.
44 years old and he's still knocking guys out, man. It's crazy.
Incredible, incredible, man.
But
He's
yeah,
a
bro, I
best
I
wrestler.
so it's funny because we landed in Bangkok,
Hmm.
but just for a day. Then we flew to Chiang Mai, which is in the north. But while we were in Bangkok the first day, we were literally like 20 steps away from his gym. He's got Sanchai opened
Okay.
his own gym in Lat Krabang, which is like a neighborhood of Bangkok,
Uh huh.
not so far from the airports. But my girlfriend and I are just there for like 24 hours and then even. So I didn't go. I knew Sanchai was in the US actually, like he was doing seminars and stuff. So we just passed by. I went to see the gym. I talked with guys at the gym, but I didn't want to train because we just arrived in Thailand, and I know we left like a couple hours later. So I'm like, never mind. I'm not gonna train. Sanchai's not here. I know I'll train a bunch in the trip. So let's not train and do a Muay Thai workout here. But we still went for a run because my girlfriend and I we ran the 10K at the Bangkok Marathon like fast forward 3 weeks from where when we landed.
Yeah.
We ran the Bangkok Marathon, which was amazing too, bro.
Awesome.
Can you imagine waking up at 3 a.m. to go downtown Bangkok where there's the King's Temple? It's pitch black outside. There's like 12,000 people running the marathon. My girlfriend and I
Crazy.
were part of this, and it was crazy.
That's so cool, man. That's
Oh yeah,
so
man.
cool.
So
That's
that
so cool.
that's the thing. But we went for a run the morning that we landed in Bangkok.
Okay.
We went for a run. So let's say we landed in Bangkok at 1 a.m. Go to the hotel. We wake up at 8 a.m. We
Mm.
go for a run. So we've been in Thailand for 7 hours. Two stray dogs jumping out of nowhere, running right at me and my girlfriend.
No,
But like
no.
mad stray dogs.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you've
yeah,
never
yeah.
seen. I've never saw. I wish I'm never gonna see again a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
mean dog. Just
Like
like,
that.
bro,
Yeah, yeah.
I
They know
got
Muay Thai.
scared.
That's what it is, bro. They're coming to chop them fucking legs of
Oh
yours.
my god, bro, skin. I talk to them as if they were puppies. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, and they're like, "Rawr." And we got lucky. Nothing happened, but bro, I never got so scared.
Yeah, for
And,
sure, man.
and it happened like a couple of times in the trip. We went for a run, and stray dogs out of nowhere, bro, so fucking crazy.
Oh, there you go.
But
You get
yeah,
that extra motivation, bro. You know you can't slow down at this point. At this
oh no,
point.
no, no, it's like full gas.
Yeah.
So we go to Chiang Mai, and then I'll fast forward because I don't want to spend the hour talking about Thailand. But we go to Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is beautiful. It's up in the north, so you got mountains, you got like temples in the mountains. We hiked, we did all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
We ate good, Thai massage. Food
Nice.
is amazing and cheap. Um, we
Yeah,
got to
that's what
see
I've heard.
elephants too. We went to elephant sanctuary.
Yeah, how was that?
Bro, that was crazy because there's um, elephant tourism is very bad,
Yes. I was
but
about to ask how are the elephants? You know what I mean?
in Thailand it's getting better because they have laws now, and like you cannot like have a elephant circus or just like spend the day on the elephant for tourism. Like that shit's wrong, and you should never go to such place.
Yeah.
But the place we went in Chiang Mai is a sanctuary, which means they rescue elephants from those bad places, and they give them like a good space and a free life, let's say.
That's cool. And the
Oh
elephants
man.
are like, man, that's crazy because they say elephants never forget, but they're okay with people after being
Oh
mistreated and stuff like that. That's pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah. It takes some times, man, but they were like 5 or 6 elephants where we were, and like we're working at the same time as we're hanging out with them. So we're chopping trees, we're feeding them, we're
That's cool.
petting them, and it's crazy, bro. They're elephants and like so fucking huge. We went and took a bath with them. They shat on me, like it was crazy, crazy experience, bro. But yeah,
Uh,
and it's funny because they took pictures, and you can see on the pictures the elephant is smiling. Like I don't know if you know what I mean, but elephants you
okay.
can see they're smiling like in
On
their
the side.
eyes. It,
Mhm.
they're such amazing animals, bro. That was a very good experience, and it's called Mai Rim Elephant Sanctuary. And like I
Okay.
said, they rescue elephants from bad places and they give them a nice life. So if you want to go and enjoy like this type of activity, make sure you go to the right places
Yeah, for sure.
because elephant tourism is very very bad.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, I've only heard bad things. Plus, any kind of wild animal tourism is kind
Yeah,
of like is sketchy. You know what I mean?
absolutely, man. They should live free, and that's it.
And bro, they're just gentle giants, bro. They're just doing their own thing, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just let them be. But
yeah.
fuck, man, that's awesome.
Humans are human, eh?
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
go
but this
figure. We
place, this
sorry.
place was amazing, man.
Yeah, I can do it. I just saw the pictures. I saw one. I think you were hugging the elephant. You look like Dr.
Yeah,
Grant on in Jurassic Park when he's hugging
yeah.
the
That's what you told
Triceratops,
me.
just listening to it breathe. I was like, dude,
Yeah,
it's the same thing. You know what I mean?
yeah. That
Uh,
was crazy, bro.
awesome.
And then I did obviously I trained Muay Thai there, and it's bro that's crazy story, and that's Silvertooth related.
Mhm.
I'm training in Chiang Mai. It's the Dang Muay Thai gym. It's a nice gym.
Yeah.
I do a private with a coach. Um, I think his name is Dam,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken. But I do a crazy private with him. Take a picture with him, and I put it on Instagram. And Matson Leon, he's like, "What the fuck, bro?" And he's like, he sent me a picture of him with the same coach that he trained with
No.
a
In
year
Thailand.
ago.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
the
That's
same coach.
crazy, man.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Small
So
world, huh?
yeah, yeah, bro, it's funny, man. Matson trained with the same guy. I'm like, oh man, and
That's
really
absolutely
cool
wild.
guy. Dang Muay Thai in Chiang Mai. That was great.
Awesome.
Then we went to the island. So we were up north and we flew all the way down south
Okay.
in Koh Samui and Koh Phangan. But it had to happen. My girlfriend and I got sick. Like we probably like drank water we shouldn't have drank or ate
Hmm.
something we shouldn't have ate. But I got mad sick, broski. But that
Damn.
happens, man. It's bound to happen when you go to these places.
Did you eat anything like like the bugs or any of
Might
those?
have been that, man. Honestly,
Yeah. Did you? Yeah, you ate some bugs and shit. You ate
no,
some
no,
weird
no. I
shit.
did not. I did
No, no,
not.
no. I
But
was
it,
gonna
it
say
probably was like some kind of like
a bug that got you or whatever.
yeah. I don't really know. I think we ate like a lettuce that had been like washed in some sketchy water or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But my girlfriend and I got so sick, broski, while we were in the island.
First,
So yeah, it sucked, but we were in a nice like cabin. My girlfriend rented a nice cabin in a nice place, so it was not like in a hotel room or some stuff. We had like almost like our own cabin. It was a
yeah.
it was good. So we had time to like recuperate the two of us, and we just slept like 15 hours a day.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, for like 3 days. That's it.
Damn, man. That's a
But it
lot
was
though.
yeah, but it was mad rainy too.
Okay, so at
Yeah,
least
but yeah,
you missed the
it
rainy
sucked,
days.
but it was like a good pause, let's say.
Yeah,
Let's see the positive side.
yeah, of course, of course.
But then we were all when we got like good after that, we went to
Mm,
Phuket,
yeah.
and that's where we hung out at the best beach in Thailand.
Sick.
Number 23 in the list of the 50 best beaches in the world.
Okay.
It's Freedom Beach, which is
Okay.
like a crazy beach. Like imagine like the best beach ever. That was it. Like
Okay.
white sand, turquoise water, colorful fish, like not
Nice.
not a lot of people, just enough, and like good vibes. It was
That's
crazy,
good.
bro.
That's good. Because you know what? Not that I'm antisocial or anything, but too many people will ruin a good beach day.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
So
you had
that's
to
good.
do like a little trek, like in the mountains. It was quite
That's cool.
like cardio, and like you had to be in some kind of good shape to get to the beach, so it
Yeah.
eliminates a lot of people.
Dude, how is like the wildlife there? Like animal wise? Did you see
Oh,
anything like super cool? Like
we saw, bro. We saw a lot of stray dogs,
yeah, apart from apart from those guys.
but and we saw one monkey, but the
Okay.
monkey wasn't on a leash.
He was just a wild monkey.
No, he was on a leash, like he was
Oh,
on a
he was on a leash. Okay.
yeah, he was on a tree on a leash. So that was weird and didn't look good at all.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a crazy baboon, like a baboon, I think in English we
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
he was looking at me like I'm gonna kill you, bro.
Dude, honestly, man, I don't. My wife and I we just finished watching this show, Chimp Crazy. This is about this
Yeah, yeah,
woman
yeah.
with chimpanzees, and
Yeah.
like I've always like since like I've always feared like gorillas and like apes. They're like terrifying, and monkeys too. They're terrifying. They're like
Hmm.
like yes, they're small, but their little teeth and their little fingers they'll rip your scalp right off. You know what
Oh
I
yeah.
mean? Like I've heard some weird stories, and
Yeah.
just fuck that. You know what I mean? I don't fuck with baboons or apes
No.
stuff like that. You know?
No,
So
I was it sucks for him, but I was glad he was on a leash for sure.
yeah,
But we
yeah.
didn't saw like because people say like in Thailand there's monkeys everywhere, but we just saw
You didn't
one.
see. Yeah,
And we saw a lot of stray dogs, and in Bangkok we saw rats like twice this size, like
that's fucked
big
up.
old rats, man, in
Yeah, yeah,
Bangkok.
yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, and in most of our rooms, everywhere we were, little lizard, like small, like salamandre, like little lizard
Yeah, yeah, that's
everywhere.
cute.
But in Bangkok, there's a big ass lizard, like it almost looked like a Commodore dragon.
Okay, super
They're
cool.
called, I think it's varan in
Okay.
French. Big ass lizard, nasty lizard, bro, living in dirty water.
Oh,
But
okay.
they're like out there in Bangkok. They're everywhere. There's a park in Bangkok called the Lumpini Park, and they
Yeah,
just hang out there. And like, there's huge lizard, bro, and
that's
they're
creepy.
just out there, and you can you don't want to touch them because they're not mean, but
Mhm.
they have a lot of like bacteria and stuff. So if they bite you, you go straight to the hospital, man.
That's wild. You know that people used to think Komodo dragons had bacteria in their mouth, but actually it's their venom
Yeah.
that, like, when they bite you, bro, it stops your blood from coagulating, so you just bleed out. It never like hardens. You just bleed, 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 bleed. So that's why even if they cut you like one little thing, a Komodo dragon, they'll follow their prey until it just bleeds out. Oh yeah, it looks like a Komodo dragon.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as you're describing. It's probably like their cousin or some stuff like that.
Maybe is it a monitor lizard? I don't know what that is in English, but
The
look at that thing. Look at
um
that thing, huh? Monitor lizard. See, called it. Yeah, there we
yeah,
go.
yeah, bro, it's so nasty, man.
Fuck.
They're huge, 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 huge.
Yeah, my brother used to have one. Yeah.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, like, my girlfriend and I were like, I'm sure there's a psycho somewhere in Montreal that has one of those. Yeah,
Yeah, he had one. He had one. But
yeah.
when his a long time ago when he first had his first kid, he was just they were like, it's the kid or the lizard, so they got rid of the lizard.
Yeah, because the lizard would have get rid of the kid. I'm
Yeah, that's
telling you.
exactly that's exactly it, man.
Yeah,
He told me I think at the time they grow up to like 12 feet long.
yeah, bro, they're
They're
huge.
monsters.
And like 7-Eleven, the corner store 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
There's one on every corner in Thailand,
Okay.
and there's a viral video that this lizard went in the 7-Eleven, and he's like creating like a huge mess, and like they are everywhere in Bangkok, bro. It's
Mm,
crazy. But
that's so cool, man.
I got sidetracked a little bit. I want to talk to you about Sunshine
Yes, it's true. Yes. Getting back to that
because
finally.
we're already almost 20 minutes in, and we haven't talked about Silvertooth Promotion, who has a crazy card this
Absolute wild.
weekend. Don't worry, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
So Phuket, we take like 5 days on the beach, which is where I got this beautiful tan,
Hmm.
and and then we flew back to Bangkok. So
Okay.
we were there just for one day at the beginning, but we had 6 days in Bangkok before we come back to Montreal.
Perfect.
And this time we're in Bangkok. Like the first time where Sanchai's gym is like a little bit outside of Bangkok, but this time we're deep downtown Bangkok, and Bangkok is sick, bro. I went at the Raja, the stadium, the Raja Damer
Right.
Raja,
Yeah.
it's called like that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Went
Yeah.
to see some good like traditional Muay Thai.
Super
The
cool.
next day we went to see a one championship at the
Yeah.
Lumpini. Bro,
Super cool, man.
bro, I was at the one championship,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Like,
It's so crazy, huh?
yeah, it was nice. It was crazy, bro. And it's just like when you watch it at home, bro, they're just brawling and like people
So cool.
falling left and right. It's
Amazing,
like
eh?
at the Raja, it's nice, and I wanted to go there because it's more traditional Muay Thai, and they're like it's 5 rounds, and the first 2-3 rounds they take their time, and then it
They
climbs,
warm up, yeah.
and they have like a whole section of betters, like the Thai that
I
bets
heard
on
that's
fight.
huge in Thailand, man. I heard it's
Yo,
really
it's
huge.
crazy, and they're the one like who gives a nice vibe, like almost like the ultras and the hooligans in the soccer.
Yeah,
They are like the betters at the Raja. Like they're the ones
that's
screaming, and
cool.
every time there's a kick or elbow, ooh wee, like they're the ones like
Yeah, because
screaming.
they're like, yeah, they're not trying to lose any. You never see a bookie with a part-time job. That's what they say, right?
Yeah.
So that's where
So
they're
that
making
was
all their
cool.
money.
But I feel like that's why we love one championship so much. It's just all action, all brawl, knockouts here and there. Like at Raja, it was fun and it was beautiful, but sometimes it's just longer. That it
Yeah,
takes time, and it's good, but yeah, they have the music playing in the orchestra, and which is amazing to live.
yeah.
But you get lost, and sometimes you lose focus.
Yeah. Do they have a soundtrack or is it like a live band? Like,
No, it's the live band. Like,
that's cool.
yeah,
That's
no,
fucking
it
cool.
was great, bro. But we saw like 12 fights. It's all 5 rounds, so it can get long a little bit.
Yeah, and you're like, yo, do they know any other song?
Yeah, this kind of stuff. But the next day at the Lumpini at one championship, it was like it's never stops, bro. It's
It
like I
rolls,
said,
eh?
it's knockout. It's like big. It's three round fights,
Mm-hmm.
so it goes fast, and they're like they
Yeah, you
don't
have
take
no
their
choice.
time. It's just like it's all out brawl and like so.
Yeah.
We enjoyed one championship a little bit more, I would say.
Yeah, I think you know what the tradition with modern times. It gets not that it gets lost, but it gets a little overshadowed by what people really want. They like they want to see the action, especially now that Muay Thai is becoming more and more popular, and that people are tuning into what it is. You know what I mean? Thanks to UFC, mixed martial arts. Like look at John Jones himself training with John Charles Skarbowski
Hmm.
ahead of his Miocic fight, and that spinning back kick is wild. But but like the rising popularity of Muay Thai, it beckons for today we have a shorter attention span. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Everything is so instant, like Instagram. Everything is instant, instant, instant on your phone. So people like to see boom, 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 boom. Like
Yeah,
them Dragon Ball Z type of fights. Bam, 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 done. Bam, bam,
yeah,
bam. They
yeah,
want the
yeah,
action. They want the action now. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Type of thing. So that's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's
Which
awesome.
is why one championship got so popular. But
Yeah,
I wanted to go see like traditional Muay Thai because it that's
of
where it
course.
all started and like it was fun. But one championship, there's a little, it's more Americanized and like I just felt like it was crazy, bro.
Yeah, 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 for
But
sure.
but so we're in Bangkok and we arrive at our hostel, and it's a cool hostel. Like they organize all kinds of stuff and there's activities for everyone every
Mhm.
day. So there's like a billboard, or there's just like a board with like stuff to do, and there's a sheet that I actually kept, but it's somewhere, and it's just like train with the Muay Thai champion, free training. We're gonna come and pick you up from 3 to 5, and then you eat Isan food. And there's just a picture of Sanchai, and I'm like, wait a minute. So I go at the desk, and I'm like, what's that all about? And they're like, oh yeah, Sanchai's manager knows our owner at the hostel, and that's that I knew after. But the guy's like, it's a free training Muay Thai with Sanchai. I'm like, bro, sign me up, right?
That's wild for free.
Yeah, sign me up.
Oh my god, this guy got it for free 99, bro. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So my girlfriend and I register, and it's the next day, and we know someone is gonna come and pick us up. So it's 2 p.m. We're there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the guys for the workout, he's here." And it's an American guy who speaks Thai, and he's been in Thailand for 20 years. And we talk with him, and everything's free. They came and pick us up. We took the taxi way back to Lat Krabang, which was where we first landed like 3 weeks before.
Okay.
So I don't. It was crazy because it's like, okay, we were just there like 3 weeks ago, and now we're going back there, but now we're gonna train with Sanchai. And
Yeah.
the manager is like, yeah, it's because we're filming for Thailand Tourism, like the company Thailand
Oh,
Tourism
no way.
is at Sanchai's gym to film a commercial, and Sanchai wanted people to be part of the commercial. Like he's gonna give a class,
Yeah.
and he needed people. Like I don't know what he thought. Like you're Sanchai, bro. Of course, people are gonna come and train
Yeah.
with you.
Fuck.
You
You kidding me?
know. But still,
Shit.
he told his manager like, go out there and I need people.
Yeah.
So his manager knew the hostel my girlfriend and I were, because he's been there like way back, and he knows it's a cool place that has cool kids, and of course some guys and girls there are gonna will be willing to train Muay Thai. But turns out it was only my girlfriend and I from the hostel. So they did all that just for us. So they came and pick us up
Fuck.
in Bangkok. We drive the 45 minutes to Sanchai's gym, and then we arrive, and it's like they're black. There's black towel, not blankets, like let's say black blankets, like
Curtains. Like.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And because they're doing an interview with Sanchai, but at 4 p.m. he's gonna give a class, and his manager is like, even if like the filming crew wants to take more time, Sanchai really wants to give his class, and he's like, so at 4 p.m., make sure we're gonna train. So we're like, okay. So we stretch and we go, and my girlfriend and I were not scared, but we're like, that's where the stray dogs almost ate us like 15 days ago. So we're not walking too far, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But there's like trees with fruit, and it's just like you're in a different world, bro.
Mm,
Anyway, filming crew gets done with the interview, so they open the gym. Sanchai is there. He's like, hey buddy, what's up? Just
crazy.
that is like, yeah.
It's crazy.
And the guy is so like he doesn't think like he doesn't take himself for like a big shot, or he's down to earth, and he's like, even his manager is like, you're gonna see Sanchai is just a good human, and he's like, he wants to take care of the people.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, bro. And we saw that. So my girlfriend and I were there from the hostel, but some people, obviously, like some people were gonna show up. It's Sanchai's gym, so people that train with him on a regular basis were there. A couple of, so we ended up being like 15 to 20 people for
Yeah.
the workout, and he just gives his class, and there's him and three of his coaches, and they're like separating us in groups of 5, and we're doing pads and drills with these coaches,
That's so
and
cool, man.
I'm doing bag work with
Yeah.
one of his coach, and I'm like, I'm not trying to be like with Sanchai. Like, I'm just happy to be there, and I'm not going out there to like to hang out with him. You know, I'm just like, I'm
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
bro. And he just comes to me and he's like, hey, you know how to do the cartwheel kick? And he doesn't really speaks good English. You know, he's very Thai. But
Yeah.
I understand. He asked me if I know how to do the cartwheel kick, which is like the Sanchai kick. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
of
know
course.
what kick that is?
Of course, the signature, right?
And I'm like, your kick? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I know how to do it. Like, it's probably not very clean, but I do it for fun and sparring, and I love that kick. So I just show him that I can do it. And he's like, okay, come with me. And they wanted to film a scene where he shows someone how to do his kick. So I'm just me and him with the camera crew, and he's showing me how to do the Sanchai kick. And then he's like, okay, your turn. And I do the Sanchai kick in front of the camera crew. So maybe we're gonna see myself
Oh no
in
way.
in a Thailand in a
Mr.
Thailand
International.
yeah, bro, in a Thailand like tourism commercial in the
Dude,
coming
that is
weeks.
amazing. That's amazing.
I know, bro, that's crazy. And that in itself was like already like the cherry on top. And I'm like, I cannot believe that happened. Even his manager comes to me and he's like, oh man, you got tricked, bro. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
guess, man, I guess. So we continue the workout, and obviously it's Thailand. We're gonna end up with sparring. So we spar at the end. I put on my shin guards and I take my time. So all the mans are matched up with each other, and I'm like, there's not much of people left. There's a girl there. I'm like, oh, you wanna spar? And she's like, yeah, okay. So we just start the sparring. Not even like 5 seconds in, and someone taps on my shoulder, and it's Sanchai. And he looks at me and he's like, you're not gonna spar the girl, you're gonna spar me. So I'm like, I guess, bro.
That's
So
crazy.
the fact that I took my time and I didn't go and like team up with a man like quick, and I just ended up sparring with the girl. He's like, you're not gonna spar that girl, bro, you're gonna spar me. And that's where it led to the video you can see on my Instagram where I spar with Sanchai.
Absolutely wild, bro.
And
Absolutely
and
wild.
I tell my girlfriend, I'm like, you gotta film this shit.
Yeah, dude, you kidding me?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
That's
And
great. That's absolutely wild.
oh,
So,
bro, and I'm like, I'm sparring with the fucking man. Like, it's like if you play basketball with Michael Jordan. It literally is that. Bro.
yeah, it is, eh?
It literally is if you play basketball with Michael Jordan. Like,
Absolutely crazy.
that's what that is.
Man, so then was he like, did you feel like how like the levels of what he
Mm,
is?
yeah, of
Like,
course, of
you
course.
know?
But you know, at Tai Long, we have a Thai coach at Tai Long,
Mhm.
Crew Sack. And this guy is very good. He fought Rotang twice, and like he live in Quebec now because he's married with a Quebecer.
Okay.
But he's a Thai, and he fought in Thailand. He's very very good, and we train with him at Tai Long. We have the luxury of having him.
Good. Amazing.
And if you spar with him, you cannot touch him. Like he's
Yeah.
most of the time he's hungover and he doesn't really care.
Yeah.
He fights his hands to his knees and he just kick your ass, you know. Even if he could be blindfolded and he would kick your ass.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
But with Sanchai, it was different.
Hmm.
And Sanchai is probably levels above Sak, but
Hmm.
but it was and that's no disrespect to Sak. I love him so much.
Of course.
And of sparring with Sak can be fun sometimes, but it can be a pain in the ass too. But
Yeah.
sparring with Sanchai was good because he let me do stuff on him, and I
Hmm.
could touch him like like he was just there. He was not like trying to showboat, because if this guy wants to showboat, he kicks
Bro,
all of our asses
yeah,
like
yeah. He's gonna make you look like you're standing still, basically. You know
a
what I mean?
complete
So,
fool. But
yeah.
that's not what he did. Like it's literally like we had an exchange. Like we had fun and we did like, okay, you kick there. Of course, I didn't do shit, but I had fun sparring with him.
Yeah.
And you can see on the video, he throws a jumping kick and I kick at the same time, and he trips. And I felt so bad, bro, man.
Yeah. Hey, you're just like, damn. What
I
did I
felt
do?
so bad.
What did I do, bro? What did I do?
I felt so. I'm like that, and I'm like, oh no, I'm so sorry. And he's like, it's okay. And one of his coaches saw me, and he jumped me, like you can see in the video, and he's kneeing me. It's all
Yeah.
like fun and games, but he's like, what have you done to my coach? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and like there's friends of mine are like, look at you, like sweeping a legend and stuff. I'm like,
I know, huh?
I didn't do it on purpose, guys. Like it
We
was
just
an accident.
Sanchez getting up. He's like, yeah. Watch, motherfucker, watch.
But we just connected, bro, and it was so fun. And after that, he sparred like, so that was like the whole class was sparring.
Super cool, yeah.
But then you probably have you been to one of his seminar at Angry Monkey?
No, I have not.
At the end, like he spars with one guy, and we make a circle, and so it's just him and a guy sparring. But they went at it because the guy went at it. Me,
Mhm.
I didn't try to take his head off or something, but this guy tried.
Okay.
So Sanchai, bro, was pouring on him, like
Yeah, I can imagine.
piecing him up, bro,
I
but
can.
still with a smile and still like respectfully. But he's like, you want to go hard with me? I'm gonna go hard with you, bro. And
Yeah.
I'm the fucking goat, man.
Yeah,
So,
but that's the thing. It's like a cat playing with a dead mouse. You know what I mean? It's like if at any moment, it's over.
so that was it, bro. And then we could have stayed after the workout, and they offered us food. But that's the night we went to see one championship. So my girlfriend and I couldn't stay longer. So they paid us for the cab, but the cab was actually like a scooter driver.
Okay, cool.
Bro, those guys, they're racer, bro, man. You jump on the back of the it's not scooter in English. Scooter in English is like in trottinette, right?
I think so.
But you know this that not the
Like a Vespa?
motorcycle. Yeah, like a Vespa, but they
Okay.
have like cooler version of
Like a
just
dirt bike?
no, it's like a Vespa, but it's not a Vespa. You know, it's just
Okay.
like a. But if you go to Thailand, you gotta jump on one of these scooter cab, bro. They drive like crazy because
Is it the
traffic is mad.
the tuk-tuk, it's called? Is it that thing?
No,
No.
tuk tuk are more like little cars. You know,
Okay.
they just have like a scooter, like meh, meh. And the
They're
traffic is bad, you know, but they don't care. They don't wait. They just like
fucking amazing.
crazy experience, bro. And then we went to see one championship. And then a couple of days later, we ran the marathon. And then we came back here.
Fucking awesome. Awesome, man. That sounds like such a wild trip, dude. And I'm sure it's like you've given me the version, the abbreviated version of it compared to what it,
The 30 minutes abbreviated
30.
version.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that was crazy, bro. The 20-hour plane is brutal, bro. Brutal. It's like, oh my
20
God.
hours.
Yeah, it's 7 hours from Bangkok to Tokyo and 13 from Tokyo to Montreal.
Oh.
Yeah, yes. Exactly that, man.
Oh. Damn.
Brutal.
That's disgusting, man. That's disgusting.
But yeah, if you're still here listening to me, I'm done with my trip to Thailand, and I recommend you go. But we're the Fight 14 podcast. We're here to talk about the fight going on in the Fight 14, the 514,
Yes.
and there's a crazy MF card going on this Saturday. Last time we saw each other, we recapped the crazy Empire Fight League show.
Yes.
This time, bro, I feel like Phil from Silvertooth, like he took it personal, man, and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna show you what a good card is." And
Well, honestly, dude, I went to go see Phil today, and excuse me, he is beyond excited for this card, man. The matchups he's got going on, without even going into detail, like off the bat, just a couple of names on the card: Matson, Mayana, Gabriel, Nathan Morin, Samuel. Mike Gold is back. Just all kinds of this. Even starting off the night with Jordan Goulet in itself is wild, man.
yeah, Jordan, huh? You saw him fight at Ballistic.
Yes, Ballistic Limbs. He came up short in that one, but I feel like, he took some time off. He trained like an animal. And I think because of this little short time off, he's going to come back stronger. I think he's going to come back with a vengeance in his heart. You know what I mean? So I think Jordan Goulet is going to put on a show. I'm not really familiar with Killian Carmont. But
Yeah.
I know TrackFit had Jonathan Ramundi for a while before he went to Wild Ones. And Jonathan Ramundi actually is representing Team Canada in the Muay Thai, I think, World Series or something like that. But yeah, Jordan Goulet, coached by Charles Jourdain. So it should be something to see, man. Honestly,
Yeah, man.
he gave us such a show last time at Ballistics. Ballistics is a really cool show too.
Oh man, you've probably saw that I did a lot of interviews actually for Silvertooth Promotions for this
Dude,
show,
yes, huge.
and I had the chance. If you didn't see, go back on my YouTube channel, and I have like 8 interviews with the guys, and I interviewed
Mhm.
Jordan and Kalian.
Okay.
Jordan, like you said, trains at BTT and at Crew Boxing, so he's under the tutel of Charles Jourdain, and it's Charles Jourdain's birthday today, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Charles, and congratulations on your baby.
Hell yeah, man. Crazy motherfucker is having a kid, man. That's gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be crazy.
Man, he's
But
funny.
yeah,
He just posted a picture. It was like a birthday picture, and then the last picture was Yujiro Hanma from Baki, basically like the world's strongest man, and his son's of
yeah.
course Baki. So it's just, this guy makes me laugh, man. He's hilarious.
Oh
Congratulations
man.
to both of them.
Yeah, and of course Charles is gonna be there, so that's gonna be a good meeting with him like this
Of course.
weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice to see him.
Jordan is coming from a kickbox karate background. He has a win over our man Nathan Morin in karate.
Mhm.
Jordan Goulet. It's crazy. They're the same age. I think Nathan Morin is a little bit younger than Jordan Goulet.
Damn, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna like here we go again. You and I talking about Nathan Morin for another 25 minutes, man. This
Yeah.
guy,
But
he,
that's the thing. I'm looking at the card right now, and the fact that these guys are the future, man. You
oh
really
man,
have to think like that. If they're 19 and they're doing this, these guys are really like the future. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
And Jordan really is like he's tall, he's huge, he has crazy kicks. It's gonna be a B class fight. There's no C class this Saturday.
No,
Silvertooth Promotion. So get
and
your ass in the seats, people.
yeah, because I believe all of the fighters have had blood work done. So, that being said, if they all had blood work done, I think the arrangement for B class is no headgear.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a helmetless night, as we were talking about before. So everybody get your tickets if you haven't already. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna be it's gonna be wild.
Chin to chin, baby. And Kilian Carmon had no clue who that guy was before I interviewed him.
Okay.
Bro, this guy is legit, man. He's from an island, like a French island. I forgot what island it is.
Okay.
And he came to Montreal, I believe, 5 years ago. But maybe his last name will tell you something. Carmon. He is the grand cousin of Francis Carmon,
Okay.
who started track fit boxing, and who I believe
Mm,
is one of the very first French fighter who fought in the UFC.
amazing.
Yeah,
Okay, so we got some prodigies on the
yeah, and
stage today. On the stage
Killian,
on Saturday.
I'm
Sorry.
telling you, Killian is legit. It's his first kickboxing fight in Montreal. He fought two smokers here, but he was some kind of a fighter back in his, I think it's Guadeloupe, the island he's from,
Guadeloupe. Okay.
on top of my head. But
Yep.
he told me like he fought Muay Thai and he fought kickboxing back in Guadeloupe. So that's why he's fighting B class here, even though it's his very first fight. So he's
Yeah, because
legit.
he has the experience, right? So.
And he was a C class champion, I believe he told me, like in Guadeloupe.
Okay.
So I know Jordan. I train with him. Of course, he's a I wouldn't say he's a friend of mine, but I know him because of Charles and Jordan he's legit, bro. He's
Mhm.
young, he's big, and he really wants to that W because, like you said, he got a L last time at Ballistic. But
Yeah.
bro, when I chat with Kellyan Carmon, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be a banger to
That's gonna be
start
a
the night.
banger, and I feel like I don't know. Silvertooth has this thing where they always have like a really good intro fight. I don't know what Phil does, what he puts in the juices. You know what I mean? Well, is he spiking the drinks at the Silvertooth show? But that first fight is always a banger. I remember this one. I think this one time Shaq Wilson of shout out to Shaq of Triton Muay Thai. They started the night off with a heavyweight C class fight or B class fight, and it was absolute nonstop fireworks from start to finish. And because of that, the energy like for the rest of the show was just absolutely like off the hinges. It was just top notch. So I can't wait for that, And then after that preliminary intro, we do have the boom 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 Quebec versus Ontario. All right. And
Yes,
this
sir.
is pretty wild.
The
Uh
good old rivalry, man.
yeah, man. And we're welcoming back Mike Gold to the ring. Samuel Bunch, his first fight back since I believe his big knockout win at Madison Square Garden with a guy bounced off the ropes. Ash Ben Sood, always a pleasure to see that
Oh
guy fight.
yeah.
Vadim Tukia, he was I believe a last minute replacement. He came in. I saw him fight at Silvertooth, I believe, outdoors. The man works hard, so it's going to be an interesting fight. Mathieu Bergeron, sorry, from Team Poulain, and Rita Shise from
Oh
Track
yeah.
Fit. I remember seeing him fight a couple of times already, though. He's
Yes, sir.
a sick animal, so this is going to be good. For the others, I'm not exactly sure. Most of the Ontario guys, but let's start with Reda and Cole Dugan. You know anything about these guys?
Of course, man. Reda Shise, I had the chance to chat with him
Mhm.
before for this Saturday's card. He's crazy, bro. He's a karate genius. He
Mm.
fought for Team Canada on the biggest stage. It's just his fourth fight, I believe. He's
Okay.
3-0, and he's
Nice.
already fighting B class because he has such a huge background. Just like Anis Deil did
Mm.
back in the days, he fought like 2 or 3 fight before he fought A class. Anis,
Yeah.
same kind of stuff for Reda. He's not gonna wait until he's 9 fights to fight A class. That might be his first and his only B class fight. I'm not sure.
He's just being streamlined to the top. When you
Yeah,
have the
because he's so good.
well, the WKFQ does a good job of recognizing that, like the levels. You know what I mean? Shout out
Yeah.
to the World Kickboxing Federation Quebec. They understand that, yes, okay, wow, this guy might have had only 3 fights or whatever. They understand that there's levels to the game, that they've been doing this, they've been active and world champions, like you said, on bigger stages before. So there's no point in keeping them in a lower level, so to speak. Not I'm trying to
Diminish the
do
other.
exactly any other fighter or any other or any of his opponents, but it's called, you're being fast tracked to
There's
where you're
levels.
at. Yeah, exactly. There's levels. We just went over this with Sanchai, right?
Yeah.
There's levels, you know.
and good on Reda too, and Anis back then, and the fighters that are willing to just be fast forwarded to the division that they belong, even though they don't have as much fight as the other guy. Because
Yes.
Reda could say like, "No, I'm fighting C class. It's my third fight," and he just beats the shit out of people for nothing. You know, he's like, "No, I'm good. I
Yeah.
want to fight with better guys." So good on both sides, honestly.
Hmm. Yeah, for real. For real.
And Reda, he has a W over Anis de Iles in karate. Like
Oh.
he's probably the only guy who has ever beaten Anis in any competition. That's Reda,
Well,
bro.
honestly, this is the first time I'm ever hearing of that. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he has
And
a dub.
that's wild, really. So
Yeah,
this should be a very, very interesting fight then.
yeah.
Do you know anything about Cole Dugan, his
Nah, man.
opponent?
Honestly, the Ontarians don't know much about them except
I
for the
know.
main event, Dan Zhu,
Oh yeah,
obviously.
dude.
But
Woo!
no, I don't know anything about Cole Dugan. But all I know is those guys are willing to come all the way from their native Ontario to Montreal, Quebec, to
That's
fight the
right.
best of Quebec, and that's all we can ask them to do. Honestly,
Well, dude, you know what? When I leave the house in the morning to go to work, I ain't looking to lose. You know what I mean? I'm going to earn my paycheck. I'm going to earn my day. So honestly, it's the same thing with these guys. They're not leaving their house for a loss. You know what I mean? They're coming to
absolutely not.
win. They're coming to whoop some ass. And you know, it's Quebec versus Ontario. It's like if there's any two provinces in Canada with a rivalry, it's gonna be us two. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Let's face it. Let's face it. They're right next door. They're like, fuck those guys. We're like, fuck them. They got nice roads. You know what I mean? So, all right.
but we
So
got nice city, and that's why they come to Montreal,
yeah,
Quebec, Canada, the
exactly.
fight capital. And honestly, Saturday, when you're gonna be in the middle of the ring, in the middle of the Olympia Theater, which is an amazing theater
Beautiful
in
theater.
downtown Montreal, we're gonna be like, that's the stuff we're looking for. Like that's what I'm
I know.
talking about. Like that's my city. That's Silvertooth Promotion putting on the best show ever.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy, bro. I
It's such a
cannot wait.
it's such a good show that last year the cops showed up and watched. That's how good that's how good the show was. You know what I mean? The cops showed up, they're like, what's going on? And then they're like, you know what, this is pretty good. And they all stayed there and they were all lined up on the sides. Boom, 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 boom. And they all just chilled. So we were like, you know what I mean, signed off by the Montreal police force.
Yeah.
So we're, you know, it's a
Knock
really
on wood, it's
not
gonna be all right this
yeah,
Saturday too. Then we
yes,
have Mathieu Bergeron, who's from Team Poulain, man. Those
yeah.
guys are just straight killers.
Mhm.
They look like lumberjack. You know, they come from like the like they come from far. Let's say
Yeah.
they're not like city boys.
Yeah. They speak a
And
different kind of Quebecois. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly. And they
Yeah.
come to fight every time. Mathieu Bergeron is he's just a good fighter, a brawler. He's like he has those poitin, like those ends of stone.
Yeah, big up hands. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man,
Yeah,
and
I
he's
think I've
gonna
seen Mathieu Bergeron fight once or twice at a Silvertooth event.
absolutely,
I think he has a win over Team Bergeron.
yeah,
Because I
yeah,
remember reading the card and be like, oh, Mathieu Bergeron contre Team Bergeron. You know what I mean? I remember seeing that,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
totally,
but
yeah,
he definitely has a win over them.
yeah.
And
So he kept the right to his name.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
With,
He's like, this is my name.
yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be a crazy fight. Then Vadim Tushila, if you say he was at Oka, then I called one of his fights, so I might go back and watch that card.
Yeah.
Wasn't really aware of that guy,
Mhm.
but he's fighting Darrell Pereira, which I don't know a lot about, but he's
Me
fighting
neither.
out of Bazooka.
Yeah.
You know who Joe Bazooka is?
Yes, he's also going to be in attendance.
Yeah, he's gonna be
Bazooka
coaching for
Joe.
sure.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what Phil had let me know today as well. But Vadim Tukia, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly. I'll confirm with him
Yeah,
on the weekend. But yeah, man, he's obviously from Top Karate Kickboxing. He's done bits, man. I've only seen him fight a couple of times. I'm not exactly sure how many fights he has outside of the one I've seen him. If he's fought, I think maybe outside of Montreal. Maybe he's done a lot of like like the outside kind of like Quebec ones, like Fighter or something
Yeah.
else. But I've only seen him once. Honestly, stand up human being. Also, I have to say this about a lot of the guys on the cards that are fighting out of Quebec. While I don't know a lot of the Ontarian fighters, the Quebec guys that I do know, that I've talked to, that I've called before, they're all stand-up guys. I've talked to them all before. A lot of them have messaged me after shows, or you know what I mean. We've talked a little bit back and forth after shows, and all of these guys are stand-up fucking characters, and they work their asses off, and I can't wait for this card. You know what I mean? And moving on to from your gym, Mr. Ben Sood.
Yeah. Ash.
And how you feeling about your boy? I know you're your gym's toughest critic, so
Yeah.
let's hear it, Max. Let's hear it.
Well, I wouldn't say anything wrong about Ash because he will literally knock me out in the next sparring session. No, bro, Ash is quite good, and he is a stand up guy too. He's a very nice gentleman. He won his last fight at the last Silvertooth,
Yes,
which was kind of a semifinal, and the winner would get the right to fight this
at Olympia.
Saturday.
Yes.
Ash won in like not a controversy way, but his opponent got injured in the fight, so Ash won fair and square. He's here this Saturday. Ash Ben Sood, heavy boxing hands.
Yeah.
Just he's a fighter, man. Ash isn't scared of anyone, and he's willing to go out there and put everything he got to get the dub for sure.
And you know what? Even him securing his spot in that manner, I guarantee you, it probably didn't sit right with him. You know what I mean? So he's like, "Fuck, well, like I'm not gonna take this as a free ticket." He's like, "I'm gonna come and crack some fucking heads." Excuse my language there, but he's like, he's probably gonna try and prove something. You know what I mean? Which,
oh yeah, 100%.
Which, I mean, like, nobody wants a free ticket, especially in the fight game. Nobody wants to be handed anything unless you're just trying to like worm your way to a better position, But this is amateur. These guys are fighting to get to a better place. So I'm expecting nothing but fireworks from Ash.
Oh yeah, and I know this was kind of a roller coaster to find someone to fight Ash. Phil had to go through a lot of gyms and opponents before he found Aiden Danvers from Action MMA. So good on both guys, on Aiden and Ash, who they just want to fight, bro. So I don't really care who's gonna be in front of me in the ring. Give me a fight, and these two are gonna go at it Saturday.
Yeah.
Then our man, our co-worker. Honestly, I knew, like, it's funny because I've only known Mike from working with him at Silvertooth.
Yep.
And I knew, like, I knew he fought before, and like, but I wasn't really sure. I'm like, and then like I see he's coming back. He was like the man back in the days. I think it's Neil Tweezy who texted me, and he's like, "Oh shit, my goal is fighting." He's like, to Neil, Mike is one of the best 47 in the province.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
Well, dude, I've seen him training with Georges St. Pierre, I think when he was even in high school type of stuff. Like when I went the couple of times to TriStar, he was also part of the team that was there. Like he was there, and I seen him just like handing out like pad lessons, you know what I mean? Like very active and stuff like that. So man, and Mike, dude, he's got such a good vibe about him too. He comes off as like just such a sweetheart of a guy, and I can't wait to actually like see him fight. You know what I mean? Like
very excited to call this fight.
And the thing is, so many people know Mike. So many people, they love Mike, they respect Mike. Dude, like, like I don't know what else to say. I have nothing but good to say about him. I'm just so curious to see what's going on. I had no idea, like, when I'm reading the records, because when I get the set list of when I get the fight card, I also get all the records. I get all the information that comes with it as well. You know what I mean? And I was like, what? When did he fight all of these fights? And why didn't I see a single one of them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I think he got a bad injury like a couple of years ago, and it took some times for him. But he was a champ like at Silvertooth like 5 years ago, I think I saw.
Okay.
He won a belt at Silvertooth, and Mike is the man. So more than excited to see him in action.
Yeah, man. It's going to be the great return, man. The great return.
and he's facing Adel Daras from West Side Muay Thai. So
What
he's a
side?
part. Sorry.
So I just went, what side? Sorry
Yeah,
about
West Side.
what side?
So he's a teammate of Dan Zhu, who's fighting right
Yes.
after him. And
Mhm.
bro, I saw some footage and some pictures of him and Dan, and they
Big
look
30,
good.
huh?
Oh my god, they look hungry. They look jacked, bro. They look mean.
Well,
So those two fights, man, Mike Dor against Adel Daras, and then the main event of the Quebec Ontario, which could be the main event of the night, and nobody
dude,
like it's Sam Bunch, bro. He just fought at MSG, knocked the dude out cold in 1 minute.
bro, cold, cold. The thing is, like,
Nasty KO.
and it was a not the guy bounced, man. The guy bounced like you. This
Stiff
guy
as a bar.
literally made a like a meme happen. You know what I mean? The guy
Yeah.
like his arms went down and he went, you know, like
Yeah, it looked like a Bugs Bunny, like
you know,
some knockout.
yeah. And he bounced up like, dude, you're right. It did look like a Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But I mean, I'm not to diss the guy or discredit his opponent at all, but like, you know, there's some knockouts, and that one is a bad highlight reel to be a part of. You know what I
Oh,
mean? That one's a bad one. It's like being part of a Mike Tyson highlight reel. You know what I mean? It just
and
going, man, we just went down. You know?
we knew Dan Zhu was a straight killer, and he's not scared of anyone, and
No.
he fights anyone. But
Yep.
imagine Dan Zhu. Phil is like, yeah, we have this guy, Samuel Bunch. You want to fight him? And Dan is probably like, yeah, of course, man. So Phil is like, yeah, okay, we do this. And then Dan looks up like at Samuel Bunch Instagram fire boots, and he sees that knockout. And
Man,
they're like, that's the guy I just accepted the fight with.
right? And he looks like he's a big 165, Sam.
Yeah,
You know what I
Sam.
mean? He's
Yeah,
like, you know, or even the hair must add some weight too, man. That shit's wild. You know, he's got that
yeah.
beautiful long head of hair and shit.
Well,
But
his fight at MSG was a 155, and he told
okay,
me like it was the worst time of his life making the weight to
had to say,
155.
yeah, man.
So
I
yeah,
can
I
only
think
imagine.
165 is good for him, but he's definitely like not a small 65er.
No, man, he's not a small guy, man. I met him even after the Silvertooth event, man. I'm sorry, not the last Silvertooth event. Well, I actually saw him at the last Silvertooth event. Where we talked a little bit, but when he won at Ballistic Limbs, like, dude, he was very dominant against. I think it was David Carpel, who's also on
Yep.
Discord. We'll get to that later,
Yeah.
but he was a killer. You know what I mean? And he loves the fact that he's from karate. He's very proud of that
Yeah.
fact. He doesn't like I was talking to him about it a bit, and he doesn't like the hate that karate guys get. You know what I mean? Because you know how people are, oh, karate, like why don't you try Muay Thai?
Karate.
Yeah. Ooh, karate man. you know. But I was talking to him like, but dude, like even my cousin, he just shout out to my cousin actually. His name's Darius. He just got his black belt in black
Is
belt.
that the guy who had the lizard?
No. That was my brother who had the
Okay,
lizard.
okay.
He's but actually I got a crazy story about my brother. I'll talk about it later on. He's a jiu-jitsu guy, but he almost lost his leg recently. I'll get to that later, but yeah, getting back to what I was saying, shout out to
Sammy Bunch, karate.
karate. Yeah. Well, first off, shout out to my cousin Darius for getting his Kyokushin black belt after all
Yeah.
these years. And Sam is really proud of being a karate guy. Like we said before, Reda Shise, Anis Dehilas, all karate guys, all
Yeah.
come from karate guys. I believe even Jared
Nata
Allen,
Morin.
Nathan Morin, even Jared Allen from Angry Monkey started.
Yeah.
I believe he told me he started off in karate when he was younger.
Nick Leboeuf.
Nick Leboeuf. Like karate is such a great base to have. So
Mhm.
you know what I mean? And then Jules St. Pierre, of course. You can't go
Woo.
wrong with this. But with that being said, I've never seen Dan Zhao come to Montreal and lose. Okay.
Yeah, no, I know.
I've seen him fight some top dudes. Like I think he fought Rabichan, and there was a really good fight, really close fight, but Dan had won, and I believe I don't remember who we fought exactly at Olympia, but
Max Levi.
okay, and he won. He had won that one too. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like Dan's great. I think I've seen him fight 3 times in
he's got a
Montreal.
crazy head kick knockout at one of the Silvertooths too.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think at one of my first shows actually.
yeah. No, Dan, bro, Dan. Like from all the guys from Ontario who wants to come here and take a dub, like he
Uh-huh.
might be like,
He might be the guy.
yeah, he's
You
the
know,
captain of that team.
exactly. Like they gotta have confidence that with Dan Zhao at the head. And if you think about it, I'm not sure if correct me if I'm wrong. Was Dan Zhao the one who head kicked the guy from Siam One in the? It was it that he fought against the Siam One guy and won with a head kick knockout
At Silvertooth.
at Silvertooth, like a couple of
Yeah,
3 years ago, maybe.
that probably is. Yeah,
Okay, because I think that's the one where like it was one of my first shows, or maybe even my first show, though maybe not the one that we had met at, the one prior to that one.
yeah.
And I still had hair, and but that fight, I believe it like traumatized me, man. Like I was like, I'm never gonna fight. You know, like I like being behind the microphone. Fuck that shit.
And then
And
you're like, okay, you get yourself back into it. And like, okay, maybe I'm gonna do just one. And then you see Samuel Bunch knock out, and you're like,
yeah. No.
I'm out of here.
No, never mind. He's knocking people out, and with that hair too. Come on, man.
And these two are fighting each other.
Woo, babies! I can't wait. That one is really like. I even messaged Phil about it. I'm like, you're a sick animal for this one. This is a sick matchup. Sick matchup.
Yeah, bro. Because honestly, man, Sam is my guy, man. He obviously he's got the power, but bro, Dan Zhu, man,
He's a really complete fighter, man. He's really great. He's really great, and I'm so excited for that matchup. I can't.
tough fight for Sam.
Yeah, but dude, you know what? That's the kind of thing too. Like Sam is like that. He's like that wild card where he just might pull it off. He's been on a tear recently, and
Yeah.
like his momentum right now, he might just give him that win because he's on a tear. You know, he's on a
Oh,
tear. You
100%.
know, so who knows what's
He,
next, man?
he took another net, and he's on another level. Like
Yeah.
he's climbing the ranks, man. Sammy Bunch.
Yeah, and I think this K1 at Olympia card, this card in itself is, there's a couple of guys that I know wanted to be on it. They weren't able to be on it. I think I know Omar Karaki is now focusing more on MMA and stuff like that. But a lot of these guys, dude, this just speaks to the and we're not even on the championship fights yet, you know what I mean? Or the main card, so to speak, the A-class fights. Like, I think this one's an A-class, but like
Yeah.
these guys are, it speaks to how good Montreal talent is getting, like how good the Montreal fight game is getting, how
Oh, yeah.
good these gentlemen, and there's no women on the card, but these females as well are killing it right now. They're putting in the work, and you see, I follow the social medias of a lot of these guys, and they're having fun, and that's the main thing. You know what I mean? Like people are happy and they're doing this. It's amazing.
Montreal is the fight capital of this country, man,
I
and
think so, man.
we're
What
gonna
else?
remind everybody, man, this Saturday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which
So,
leads us to our guy, the one and only.
Nathan the Showman
Oh,
Moraes.
man, the one and only
Yeah, man.
Nathan Morin from Kanrakai. And bro, once again, he's fighting a complete killer in Youssef Nadi. Didn't know
Mhm.
much about Youssef, honestly, bro, but I just saw, and hitting pads, it's hitting pads, and it doesn't really mean shit. But
Yes.
bro, I don't know if you saw the video of Youssef Nadi hitting pads
No.
recently, but bro, that was scary, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
fast, powerful, precise. We know Nathan is a gamer and he's always gonna show up. So that's
Mhm.
this first main card fight, man. It's gonna be one for the books.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I'm expecting fireworks from Nathan just because he's Nathan. But also, if you think about it as well, his last fight was the 5-rounder in which, excuse me, it went the distance. And now that he has he has that 5 round experience. I feel like his gas tank is going to be even stronger now.
Oh
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because it wasn't a 5 rounder against N'importe qui. It was a 5 rounder against Matson Leon, which we'll get to later.
Yeah.
But what's it called? Like, and I remember you and I talking about that fight. It was like literally watching like a Dragon Ball fight. It was like, bah, bah,
Yeah.
bah, bah, bah. They were so like on it and
Yeah.
precise. It was a beautiful display of
Hmm.
kickboxing, of fighting. And I just think that like they're both voluminous guys. And I think that Nathan having those 5 rounds and holding that volume, those voluminous amounts for those 5 rounds is going to give him like an extra lung. You know what I mean?
100%. But
So
as much as I love Nathan's style and I wish everybody would fight like Nathan,
yeah.
I'd love to see some improvement in on Nathan's side because yes, he's a showman. He's willing to go and like he just lost a split decision in the final of the tournament versus David Capel. So I don't want him to completely change his style, obviously, but
No.
I just want to see improvement. Like okay, so I lost the last fight because with versus Madsen because of this, because of that. So I just want to see some small improvement in his game, and I want Nata to show me that like he's leveling up, and he's not just like the showman who's out there and just fighting and brawling. I wouldn't mind that, but I would love to see Nata like putting some good stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I know what you mean. Like the little like the fine tuning. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? From being good to great, from being great
yeah,
to amazing, from being amazing to flawless. You know what I
yeah.
mean? I know what you mean. Like just like the next little fine tuning points, which and I completely agree with you. He's got a wonderful style. He's a wild brawler, but he's also very methodical and accurate in what he does. He's very smart in how he picks things apart, like how he like dissects his shots. It's not just I'm
Ah,
gonna headhunt like Muhammad Ali, like he's bam, 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 bam. Like you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Those um those spinning hook kicks, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Super,
Oh
super
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
So cool to see, which I love. Again, from karate guys. But
yeah.
you're right. I think Nathan is literally like a small fine tune to being like a fighter who's like he's just not gonna lose. There's gonna be a point where he's just gonna break that barrier, and people are gonna be like, I don't want to fucking fight him. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah,
want to fight him. Like it's gonna come
yeah.
to that point. At some point. You
I'm
know.
already there, but I
Yeah, me too.
yeah, and bro, it reminds me. I cannot wait to see. Like, take a close attention to his father calling him shots in the corner, and it's like Ereshigami Pukatikita, and then Nata is throwing like some stuff, and like Kumati Shipata, and then Nata is like backflip. It's like the combination of father and son is crazy.
But that's crazy because you know what? He's the only one who's gonna understand that shit, anyways.
Yeah, yeah,
Unless he's fighting against another traditional karate guy, people are
yeah.
like, what the fuck? You know
I
what I
think
mean?
there's only Nata, his father, and Georges Saint Pierre that understand like this kind of
Yeah, and
language,
that's yeah,
lingo.
yeah, for
But
sure.
yet, because Nata, we know he can hang out with the best of the best,
Yeah,
but I want to see him beat the best of the
best of the
best.
best. Exactly. I want to see him up there.
Yeah. And bro, if he gets past Youssef Nadi, man, I want like I don't know Youssef person, of course. I want Youssef to do good. But man, I would love to see my man Nathan go home with the dub. That's for
Of
sure.
course. Well, you know what? Shout out to Youssef. Like I said, I don't recall seeing him before. If he was on one of my cards, I've done like a bunch of shows in the last few years, so it's possible his name got lost in translation. But I mean, if he's going against Nathan, he's not going to be. It's not a pushover fight. You know what I mean? I'm not sure about his background. I'd have to look at the list I have. But
Yeah, bro. I believe this kid is from Morocco and he's only 17 years old.
damn,
Uh, but Nathan is only 19.
yeah.
And yeah, Youssef he came all the way from Morocco when he was 16. So that's not even like 1 year ago. So I don't think we've ever seen him fight here in Montreal. Uh, but like I said, from the video that Silvertooth posted, like this guy's legit, and I want I know he's the right guy to put in the way of Nathan to see if Nathan is able like to get to the next level, man.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be
Next,
a good boost, in
bro,
his
it's
repertoire.
Nathan Morin, man.
It's not that morin, bro.
And then Case Saidi from
Yes.
Victory facing Gabriel Drexler from Apex 2 Axe Murderer.
Woo!
Like, this is gonna be like, bro, this card is nuts.
Dude, it is. And like Victory Gym, dude, they don't put out a lot of fighters often. So if they're having somebody on this card, it's because he's coming to fuck shit up. You know what I mean? So because like Victory, it's very seldom that you see them, especially in the last year. I haven't seen the many guys
Yeah.
come out from Victory in a while. Actually, they were very active, but for a while, it's been Jamie McGowan,
Yeah.
who's the head coach of Victory. He hasn't had a lot of guys out on the card. I know he has Robert Series in, I think it's Samurai. I'm not sure. Or
Yeah.
else, right? So Robert Series is in that one. But Kai Saidi, I've seen him fight before. I've seen him fight at a Silvertooth event. Strong dude. And I think that division in itself, 178, is a strong division. You know what I mean? These guys are beasts. And Gabriel is an animal. He won the Ballistic Limbs 4-man tournament,
Mhm.
fighting twice in a night.
Yeah.
He was the first champion, I believe, of that. Was it the 4-man tournament? I believe it was.
Yeah. He won a 4-man tournament.
Yeah, he won the 4-man tournament and he got crowned that Ballistic Limbs belt that night.
Yeah.
Stand-up guy, strong. Those Apex guys, man, there's something in their water fountain, dude. They're strong as hell. Like Ryan Parsons, their coach, that guy looks like just every time I see him, he's super nice, but every time I see him, I'm like, is he mean mugging me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's a super nice guy. Greg, his one of his teammates has had every time. I think I've seen him fight twice, and both of those times were some dirty, straight down the pipe right hand knockouts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So we got. Sorry, we got a real good show coming for us, man. I always love seeing the Apex guys fight.
Mhm.
So and them too, they have a great gym culture. But like I said, man, if Caius and Gabriel are about to scrap, it's about to be fucking fireworks, man. It's about to be nothing but fireworks. I expect like bombs, like just bombs the whole time. You know what I mean? Bombs.
Yeah, man. I know Caius has a mean right head kick.
Mm-hmm.
And of course Drexler has that Apex boxing style, which is nuts. And
power, man. Power.
Bro, A class, bro. Somebody's gonna go down in this one, man.
Yeah, yo, you're gonna hear that the clock and then the boom, you know. You know.
Yeah, this one's crazy for sure, man.
Absolutely.
And obviously the winner is placing himself in the for a championship fight sooner than later.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they're lining it up. That's what it is. So,
which leads us. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Oh no, I was just saying, Phil's really got a good way. He's kind of setting up his 2025 matchups with this card a little bit. You know what I mean? And to end the year, I love that he's ending the year with this Olympia show. I think he's killing it with this.
This is gonna be one of the best show we ever seen, man.
I think so.
High level, crazy,
beautiful.
Which leads us to the champion of the 147 Silvertooth 4-man tournament last time in September, David Carpel from Odax.
Woo!
Dave Carpel fought Samuel Bunch, and Sammy Bunch is funny. I don't know if you saw in his interview with me. He's like, if there's one fight you don't want to miss on this card, it's not mine. It's David Carpel versus Matson Leon. And he says Sammy Bunch said he knocked out 4 of his last 5 opponents. The only one he didn't knock out is David Carpel, and David Carpel is a very, very, very solid fighter. That's what that's coming from the mouth of Sammy Bunch.
Yeah, and he's not joking. Like, David is an absolute beast. Like, during the 4-man tournament, like I said last time, he was the only person where I saw every single round that was ready to go, geared up. And you know what? Eric is an amazing coach. He's got good sense. He's got like really good like tactical sense, and like what he tells his fighters. Yo, he talks some mad shit. Like not like aggressive shit to his fighters, but he's very calculated in what he tells them to do and what their game plan is. So he's got an amazing team behind him. Like you said, he hasn't been He hasn't been even fighting for that long. I know he's a construction guy, so you know what I mean. He's got that going for him. That's probably why he looks like a Terminator. You know, but he's also going up against Mister one
Mm,
belt, two belt, three belt, four, five belt, six belt. He's coming for more. Like you know what I mean, Matson, Matson Leon, man, he's killing it. He's
That's
absolutely killing it.
fight number 9 this year for Matson Leon.
Dude, he's on a tear, man. And you know what? That's the way fucking people got to do it. Like, shout out to him. You know, I think like he has the silver. He has a silver tooth belt. No, he
Yep.
doesn't have the silver tooth belt yet. He wants. He's coming. They're fighting for it. Excuse me, not yet. I'm not saying I can't call anybody winning or
Mm,
losing this fight because it's so up in the air. But
And no, they're actually fighting for the WKFQ belt.
yeah, so that's huge, right? That's I
Yep.
believe the winner of the WKFQ belt last year was Anis
Yeah.
De Hilis, and look where he is now. He's gonna fight in the AEC in France, I believe.
Yep.
But excuse me, excuse me, that coffee. Um, yeah, Matson has won all kinds of belts this year. He has taken back his losses from Omar Karaki with a very good win at the
One of the fight
FTC.
of the year.
And what it's if I'm still I'm still speechless about it.
Oh man.
Absolutely wild, beautiful display. So I don't know where this one's gonna go. And for the WKFQ title to reckon, like the WKFQ title, ladies and gentlemen, what you have to understand, it like supersedes all the titles. It's like you take all the titles, you put them together, and you make this new belt. You know what I mean? You gotta like, you know, you're evolving. I don't know the belts basically. You're you know you're like combining them, and the WKFQ belt is like, yo, this is the one the World Kickboxing Federation Quebec recognizes as the best 147er in Montreal, in Quebec, basically in Quebec, right? Because the WKFQ is not just Montreal. So this title is a big title fight for both guys. And
Oh.
Matson, how many belts did he win this year? Is it 3 or 4?
Yeah, he has 3 now.
He has 3 now. Okay, so he has the Empire, the FTC, and which was the other one? Do you remember?
It's kind of an ISK kind of belt. I don't.
Yeah.
It was an obscure show.
Yes. Yeah. It was like a WKA type of thing, or
Yeah, exactly.
something not from here though. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So like I love Matson. The guy comes like hit with great energy. We like a lot of the same stuff. He's a big Dragon Ball Z fan. I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan. So you know, I'm just happy for him because I know the last loss against Omar at the Olympia, I believe last year, like
Yeah.
it was like, bro, that's how you closed your year off. You know what I mean? Like that's how he closed his year off of in fight in combat sports was with that L to Omar. You know what I mean? And I doubt he wants to go out with another L, you know, at this Olympia show. And Matson is great. Everybody loves Matson. My kid loves Matson, you know, so it's gonna be such a banger. I can't wait to see this fight. Like David is just a savage. I think it's gonna be a 5-rounder.
Yeah.
And I don't know who's gonna outlast who. Who's gonna out volume who? Like Matson is very voluminous, but David is strong and he could take a fucking like Sam just said it. He's the only guy he didn't knock out.
Uh-huh.
So is Matson's volume style gonna be enough to take out David, or is David just gonna like muscle through it and come through like the Terminator he always
Uh-huh.
does? You know what I mean? What's gonna happen? I don't know.
Yeah, because there's no doubt Matson is the guy with the most experience. Maybe have like a more technical approach.
Yeah,
David has been fighting for 2 years, so he's all about athletics,
yeah,
lots of kicks. He's a lefty too,
yeah.
so that's something. But how huge would that be for David to not only get the Silvertooth belt but the WKFQ belt? So this
That's
both guys want that belt so bad, and we're gonna have to enjoy the show, man.
I can't wait, dude. I can't wait at all. I can't wait. There's so much good coming out of this show.
And then, man, it's Mehana. You talked about the Apex, bro. Mehana, honestly, one of my favorite fighter. Style wise, this guy is crazy.
Yeah,
He's a gentleman. I had the chance to chat with him too. I have an interview with him available on my YouTube channel. He's a cool guy.
he
Uh,
is.
he's involved in like his community. He's like doing like he's giving class to like children's like high school student who's like maybe when you're in high school sometimes like you don't really know what you want to do, so you do like stuff that school reprimands you, and like you don't stuff, man. High school and
Yeah, high school
Meana
sucks.
has been there, and now he give Muay Thai and boxing class to those kids, and one of those kids is gonna be fighting on the Silvertooth card eventually, so good on Meana, man, to give back to his community.
Yeah,
But so he's a very, very, very classy man and gentleman. But inside the ring, he's a crazy cowboy, man.
yeah, dude. First of all, big up on that. Like, that's what I believe the fight game is missing, is these guys that you pick up from a school. You know what I mean? Who might not be like, the school system is not for everybody. That's number one. And number two, like the kids who are not interested in school, the kids who have too much energy for school, who are maybe even too intelligent for school. And I know it sounds silly, like, wait, they're too intelligent, but they're not getting good grades. Some kids just, they're too smart for the bullshit of what school is. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And it bores them because they're just like, yeah, they can look at it, know it, and that's it. And the story. But we're finding these animals. And I'm not trying to say it like in a bad way, but we're finding these like animals, like the guys who are a little bit lost, that need some direction. So maybe some of these guys are fighters. Maybe they're aggressive. Maybe they mouth off. Maybe they're bad kids. Not bad kids, not the bad kids, but they don't do well in their environment. I'm not calling kids bad because, at the end of the day, we can all be we're all molded by society. You know what I mean? And no kids are real bad kids. It's like dogs. There's no bad dogs. There's only bad breeders or bad
Uh-huh.
owners, right?
Yeah.
But you can recruit probably some real killers doing some program like this. Not only that, you're reaching out and you're inspiring the younger generation of kids.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? If I had somebody like that come to my school, I would have been maybe more inspired to do something instead of listening to the guidance counselor like, you should go to college. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, can I go back to class? Because I got a bag of spitballs ready to go. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you're giving them an outlet, man, a way to express themselves.
Mhm.
They're learning self defense, bro. And the kickboxing K1 Muay Thai community in Montreal and Quebec is
Top
amazing,
notch,
bro. And
top notch.
it just keeps getting better and better, and the quality of the fighter in and out of the ring. And like you said, they're all good guys. Like nobody thinks they're tougher than the other. They just want to
No.
compete and be the best version of themselves. And that's
Mhm.
why we enjoy this shit so much, man.
100%. Because like, dude, they're all there. Everybody starts martial arts for different reason, but at the end of the day, like, this is like the elite. You know what I mean? Like, this is like the
Uh-huh.
best that we can see. This is like showing everybody, yo, look how hard I've worked. Watch
Bro,
me
you
work.
and I, we've been training martial arts, kickboxing, Muay Thai for like 4 to 5 years, and
Mhm.
there's no way I can do like not half, like a tenth of what these guys are doing, man.
No, no,
They're
no,
the
no, no, no.
cream of the crop, and they're good guys, man. Which is because I don't even know if I would be like humble if I was at their stage, like, but
Bro.
they really are.
Okay, straight up, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was like their ages, like 22, 23,
Yeah,
and I can throw hands the way they can,
yeah,
okay, knowing myself at that age,
yeah, yeah,
I'd
yeah.
be walking around like, "Meh, meh, 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 meh,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
Conor McGregor, meh, 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 meh." Like, I don't care. I swear to
Oh
God, I
yeah,
would have been a
because we're
jackass.
because we're 91 kids. That's
Yeah,
why.
that's right, boy.
Yeah, those kids are much better than we are, man. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's why we're commentating and announcing, because we cannot do what these guys do, and that's what Meana, like, that's what he brings out of us. Like, we're just reconnaissant, like, I
Yeah.
don't know, we
Reconnaissance.
like we're like reconnaissant, it's like grateful, we're grateful.
Grateful. Okay, okay.
Yeah, we're grateful for what they do for us, because
Yep.
we wouldn't you and I wouldn't have a job if it was not for those kids, which are literally
Exactly.
10 years younger than
Younger
you
than
and
us,
I.
man. Yeah, exactly. Wild.
And
Wild.
bro, and Meana, bro, just all that to say that outside of the ring, he's one of the best guys you can ask for, man.
Yeah.
Like, not only we would be like dickheads and like we would like drink in bars and fight in bars if we had their skills,
Hmm.
but we wouldn't spend our nights in school teaching kids, bro. Like,
They
there's
know.
no way I would do that.
No, exactly. No, and he's like from what I get from his social medias, he's like a really like cool, chill dude. He likes his I believe he likes to draw. You know what I mean? He likes like good stuff like Pink Floyd and all that. You know, like
Uh-huh.
he's really chill. You know, and he's actually I had a funny, and I did a Silvertooth Smoker recently. All right, so he was doing the refereeing because he wanted the experience, blah blah blah. Blah.
Yeah.
So we're talking in the ring, and I'm about to introduce him. I'm like, "How do you say your last name?" He's like, "It's Yaya 10, like Yaya 10." And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, "And your referee in the ring is Mayana," and he just looks at me. He's like, and I'm like, "Oh, and I swear to God, for the
Yeah.
entire like every time he was in the ring, and I tried to say his name, I
Yeah.
fucked it up bad, and he was just like, "Dog," and I'm like, "Dude, I'm so sorry." Like, I'm so sorry.
But
You
it's
know?
funny because he told me in the interview that that happens all the time, that the announcers, you, and the commentator, me, we mess up his last name every time. But when you or any other announcer
Mhm.
mess up his name while he's in there and like he's about to fist fight another dude, and you're like, man, nah, you be it makes him laugh, so it calms his nerve, and it's like it grounds him, and he just thinks it's funny. So
Ah,
instead
man, what
of
a good
being like
attitude.
all nervous and stuff, you make him laugh, so he's more like chill, and then he goes out and beats someone up.
Yeah. Well, you know what, dude? See, that in itself is like the mindset is like it's just a perfect example of the good mindset to have. Because me, everyone's fucked up my first name since I was a kid
Yeah.
and my last name since I was a kid. You know what I mean? They've just been like Alex. You know how many times people call me Alex, 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 Alex? I'm like, dog, it's with a K. It's with a K. It ends like you know what I mean? Or like the people can say cognac, but they can't say spiconia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's but that's the right attitude to have because any of us, at that age, you fuck up our last name, we're like, bro, you fucked it up. You know, you know. But
Yeah.
what a great guy, man. What a great
And
attitude to
bro,
have.
he's just a killer, man. He's a multiple champ in the province of Quebec.
Yeah,
He
he's
just
killing
he
it.
knocks out everybody. Like, and he's
Yeah,
not like the Samuel Bunch, like one punch I'll freeze you KO. It's like,
he breaks. He
yeah,
breaks his
exactly. It's
opponent.
like nasty
He's
kicks,
like,
like
"Pop, pop,
not
pop, 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 pop," and the
uh
guy's like going to the ground. And he's like, "Yo, leave him alone! Leave him alone!"
yeah,
Oh,
man, like
no.
spinning kicked like the heel right in the eye, and like
Dirt.
broke Nick LeBeouf's nose. It's like
Yeah, man.
nasty
Fuck.
work, man.
Shit, dude.
He's like a
Absolutely wild.
Swiss knife.
Yeah, yeah. He's sharp, man. He's sharp. And I remember like the first time I think I saw him fight was at a Silvertooth show. And it was just like he was like he reminded me of like like the Venus flytrap. He was just calm, and then once he touched, that's like it's like he caught you, and then it was like bop, 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 bop. It was really really cool, very patient, and then able to have that explosiveness, and I know we're going off about Mayana, but I'm sorry to say I'm not really sure about his opponent. I don't know him personally. Obviously, I think AESS, their gym comes from Tunisia. They were here
Yeah,
last year at the Canada versus Tunisia
yeah,
event at the Olympia. So that's honestly as far as my information goes for him. I do believe he fought last year,
yeah,
but that's about it. That's about it.
yeah,
I don't
bro.
have more.
He fought Neil Twizy,
Okay, how was
Raheb Chebour.
Chebour? Yeah.
He fought Neil Twizy. So we all know who Neil Twizy is. His
Yes.
only lost is against Anis de Hiles in what was also one of the fight of the year, if not like
Mhm.
the best fight I ever saw.
Yeah.
And Raeb fought Neil to a decision, at 147, which is like 8 pounds heavier than the fight he's going to have
Damn.
against Mehana.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if he's cutting a lot of weight to fight at 139, or he just fought Neil at a much heavier weight class than is. But all that to say that the kid's very good, man. He gave one
Yeah.
hell of a fight to Neil Tweezy.
Yeah. Big time.
Neil is no slouch, man. And
No, man, it's Neil who makes it look too easy. You know what I mean?
yeah, that
He's
dude.
great. He's freaking great. He's when I saw him fight last year at the Olympia, I was absolutely blown away by his performance. I really like his style and everything. You know, and he's got that majestic hair.
Oh yeah.
You know?
And Mehana's last fight is actually a loss, man. He fought Nick Leboeuf, TKO'd Nick Leboeuf in the second round in early October, but
Mhm.
then he fought in Ottawa end of October, and
Okay.
he lost. He lost the decision.
Okay.
His
No
very
way.
first loss in his young amateur career, Mehana. So
So
I'm excited to
he's
see how he bounced back from this loss.
well. See that's what I'm really excited to see. A lot of these guys like Nathan come back. I think even Gabriel went out of town and had an L recently. I'm not sure. I don't
He
want
took
to. I'm
a
not
very
sure.
short notice fight in Quebec, but he won.
He won. No, he won. Okay, good. So then, my mistake. Sorry, Gabe. But all these guys coming off of losses who are here to perform, man, like they're on the biggest stage this year for kickboxing. So they're not going to come to fuck around. They're going to come and they're going to put out, man. They're going to put out.
From
That's
Jordan Goulet versus Kélian Carmon to Raeb Rebour versus Mehana Yahyaten.
Yahya 10, yeah.
Bro, this
Yahya 10, he told me. Yahya 10. Bro,
yeah.
I've been driving to work like Yahya 10. Yahya 10, bro. Yahya 10, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Man, it's this Saturday, man, at l'Olympia, one of the most beautiful theater in Montreal. Silvertooth Promotions, the end of the year show.
yep. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The road ends here. The road to the Olympia ends here because we're finally at the Olympia Theater.
Y'all
Really.
know what it is. Get your ticket on Ticketmaster. I believe.
Ticketmaster.ca, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Go on all our social media. Fight14, Alec Spiconia, Max Carabin, Silvertooth Promotion. You're gonna find all that good stuff. And we're back next week, baby, to recap that wonderful show. Follow, like I said, follow us on the social media. If not, you're not gonna be there, there's gonna be a pay-per-view. If not, we're gonna show you some stories and we're gonna have fun, man.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I'm looking forward to this one. It's been like there's 5 Silvertooth shows this year, not including the smokers and all the like the summer barbecue little things that he has at the gym as well. But it's been like, we had the first kickboxing outside event this summer. Last year, this event was the biggest kickboxing event in K1 in Quebec history. So Phil every year is doing something to break new boundaries. You know what I mean? And there's really cool things happening. At the event, there's going to be an Instagram contest with a live artist doing some paintings to give away and stuff like that, or other stuff as well. There's going to be cool prizes for people coming in. Any of the guests can win one of these prizes, and I'm not going to give away any details because it's really sick. But Phil's got a lot planned, man. He's outdone himself once again. So I can't wait to see everybody there.
Yeah. Peace out. See you next
right.
week.
Have a good one, everybody.